Hey guys, Warren here from Powerplay Health and Fitness and owner-operator of Bronx Training. Today we're going to talk about back pain, okay? So specifically targeting the lower back today, lower back pain, and a lot of that's coming from our sacroiliac joint. So we're going to speak specifically about that joint. I'm going to give you 4 really simple things to do to alleviate some of the tension, and hopefully if you give this stuff a shot at home, it helps you in the long run. So first things first, what is the sacroiliac joint? So basically you've got your ilium bones of your pelvis coming in, meeting at the sacrum, and we kind of look at that lumbar spine, the vertebra of our lumbar spine coming up and out of there. So you can obviously see that joint is involved in a lot of our front, back, forward, side to side, up and down forces, okay? So we're using that joint primarily at all times of the day unless we're seated. Okay, and obviously if we're looking at environmental stresses in our lives these days, our sitting positions, and if we've had a small impingement in the area, that will obviously cause some tension and some friction through that area, transferring into the lower back. So let's talk about the 4 things that we're going to do to help alleviate that slightly. The first thing is not really a stretch. The first thing we're going to do is just focus on some breathing, and specifically we're going to focus on some diaphragmatic breathing. So if you look at coming down to the floor, pressing your lower back into the floor, and then taking 10 deep breaths with your belly, okay? In and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth, breathing into that belly cavity. Essentially what we're doing here is just preparing the body or preparing the nervous system for better stretching in the long run. So we're looking at 10 breaths there, okay? Second thing we're going to do is we're going to hit those stretches, okay? So first stretch of the day is the couch stretch. Now I don't have very high box here, okay? My mobility is a little restricted through the front of my pelvis, but essentially what we want to do is bring our back leg up to the box, knee to the ground, bring our front foot forward, and with a tuck of that pelvis, we're actually going to start feeling a lot of movement, a lot of stretching down through the front of that quadricep. Now, a lot of people have tight quads as well, but specifically we're hitting the psoas here as well. So front of the quad, into the hip flexors, into the deeper muscle of the pelvis and around the back of the spine. And spending 30 seconds to a minute in this position will just help alleviate some of that stress through the front of the pelvis. So you do both sides. From there, you want to come down to the floor and basically get yourself into a pigeon stretch, okay? Everybody's mobility is going to be a little bit different. I'm exposing myself to some pretty poor mobility in this position. However, bringing that front knee forward, getting yourself up and over that front leg without slumping the torso is really important. We're going to get a stretch through the back of that glute, all right? And into the piriformis as well. And you're going to feel a lot of that through that area, okay? So you've got 2 great stretches there, and even if you only had time for those, that's fine. But really what we want to do is also just focus in on the lats as well. So come on up to the lats. We've got a big stretch here to do. So basically you're going to wrap that band around the back of the hand and grab hold. If you push your pelvis back and then get your head and rotate underneath your torso, if you move that pelvis back a little bit further, you're actually going to feel a nice, big, deep stretch down through the lats. The lats, aside from supporting a lot of your upper back area, attach in and down through the lower back and move up their way through the side of the body. If they're tight as well, you're going to have multiple areas of tightness really converging in one area. So, along with the couch stretch, the pigeon stretch and a lat stretch and some breathing, hopefully you guys can alleviate some of that lower back pain. I'll see you guys again soon.